When I look around the timber here in southeast Iowa, I notice something. Something's missing. Something that, as a kid, I didn't even notice. It was just a part of the forest. And now it's not here anymore. I still remember my grandpa telling me, head over to that dying ash. You'll find morels there. And I didn't know it then, but that was the beginning of the end. They'd already started dying off. Today is the end of an era. At least that's what it feels like. All right. Yeah. Today, we're on a mission. The ash trees, this is the end of them. There's a few left that I want to harvest before they're gone forever. And so we're going to do that today. And it's a real loss because they're beautiful. But it reminds me that life's short. We usually don't miss things until they're gone. So maybe we ought to try to enjoy the things that we have while we have them. In 2002, U.S. forest researchers noticed a little bug, a green bug, called the emerald ash borer. What they couldn't have known then was the devastation that this bug would inflict on the North American landscape. To put this in perspective, in the early 1900s, the American chestnut was hit with a blight that eliminated 4 billion trees, functionally making them extinct. Not much later, the Dutch elm disease took 50 to 100 million elm trees. The emerald ash borer puts 8 billion ash trees at risk. 8 billion. It's a modern catastrophe happening before our very eyes. You might be wondering, why go through all this effort to harvest a few dead trees? I think about it like this. The timber here sure won't look like it did when I was a kid. I imagine my children one day, many years down the road, walking through this same timber, looking at it, and having a piece of furniture, and understanding that this was from some of the last ash trees that existed on this property. Ash trees that were beautiful, that told a story. It's a sign of a different time, and it's a sign of their father. And I hope that it helps them appreciate the past. Either way, if they do or not, at least I'll know. It'll remind me of my childhood with my dad, my grandparents, walking through the timber looking for mushrooms, enjoying the outdoors, surrounded by these big, beautiful trees. That's why I'm out here. That's why I learned to cut trees, run a sawmill, woodworking, design, all these elements. And that's why I make these videos, to share the stories, because it's important, at least to me. Well, I have to say this is a pretty disappointing way to end this era of the ash tree, but I'm afraid this is too far gone. It's too dry and there's rot that's gone all the way through the log. It's really not worth the time, for me at least, to do this. And that's saying something because I like to salvage every little scrap of wood out of these logs, but not the way I wanted this to go. There might be a little bit of usable wood in here, I'm not sure. Might just be firewood, might not even be worth that, to be honest. It's a shame because I already had a project in mind for this wood. Like I say, I might be able to cut these little guys up, but there's so little wood in it. I just don't know. And I guess for me, that's the end of the ash on this property, so. I decided I couldn't give up that easy. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it, cut them up and see what we got. So we ended up with some nice boards. There's a little bit of color in these. I left a little bit of live edge on this one, just in case I want to use it. But yeah, really nice. And then we've got 3 by 3.5 inch chunks here. One of them's got a live edge on it as well. I think what I would like to build is a couple end tables with some drawers, but I'm not sure yet. But I definitely want to make something out of this because I think it'd be cool to have a family heirloom that came from the last of the ash trees here on this property. These are solid, so very pleased with that. So let's get these stacked up. Man, these things are already dry, so it's not going to take too long until I can use them, but I'm going to sticker them anyway. And with that, I guess we got mission accomplished, which is awesome. And again, if you've got any old family photos you want restored, link in the description, pixelresto.com. Let me restore them for you. Very cool. Yeah. Never give up. Never surrender.